We are here. New journey and shit. Already know we're back. We're hitting it. We got a little, we got a nice calm little leg day. Yeah, bro, we got a little leg day here. We're going hit. First and foremost, I already know we got to stretch. We got to stay in the bit. Stretch. I like to stretch out a lot. Everything back included. So I'm gonna start off a bit by getting the lat stretched a bit, and maybe because I'm doing anything squat and I don't want to hurt it at all. But you know, pretty much that's about it. We're gonna stretch a bit. We're gonna do some quad stretches. Probably gonna do more back stretches too, just so I don't tweak the back while I'm lifting. But yeah, see y'all on the first bit. Okay, so this is unfortunately one of those days where I'm a little tight. So we're gonna have to I don't know. I was gonna do hack squat, but that's a little harsh. So I think I'm just gonna go with some light Smith squats here. But a little warm up stuff. A little warm up stuff. Well, yeah. I'm kind of thinking to myself there for a second. I want to put a little weight on this just so I can get a little stretching action in. But yeah, it's been a while since I've recorded one of these videos. So figured I'd get back in here again. What better than with a day that makes all men and a leg day, you know. So pretty much today's structure, it's gonna you can come in closer, bro. I'm explaining you don't have to get in the camera. I'm just explaining our what we're gonna do today. Okay. We're low key gonna hit this Smith squat. I don't want to hack squat. My legs don't feel good. It's been a long day. Yeah, no, dude. I like to do my pressing movements first and then my accessories after. But we'll probably do this first and then we'll go into some calf raises after. That's when we load up the big boy weight, the ego lift. But yeah, so got some time on this. Look, you get crunchy, get my crunchies out. Yeah. That bitch crunchy every single time though. God damn. Okay, so here we are. That was pretty much a warm up set, but now we're pretty much gonna just get into working. Um, I'm just gonna add a 10, make it 35s on each side. I believe that brings it to shit. I think that brings it to mm, 50, 75. And I think that just brings it to 95, which obviously isn't heavyweight by any means at all. It's really lightweight. Um, but again, I don't know. It's kind of an excuse, but mm, 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 mm. Pretty good set there. Um, pretty much showing here. I'm thinking, if I do everything right today, should have a pretty gnarly uh quad pump. But time will tell. Okay, here we go. This is the possibly could be the top set depending on how this feels. Um, we'll have to see about that. This is 135. Not a lot. Again, not a lot. I'm just trying to get back into it. I had to take some extra time. Again, here's the quad a bit. Not too good. Oh well. But anyways, I've taken a little extra time here, rest in between the sets for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel it. I've been up since 8 a.m. It's currently like 1. So, you know, I'm hitting E a bit, but it's just days like this when you really gotta get something going. Ugh. But well, you know, you gotta push through it though. You know what I'm saying? It's legs. Gotta push some heavyweight to be heavyweight. So probably won't go as well, but But yeah, that was not a good set. I just kind of felt when I was going down, I felt a sharp thing in my hammy. So I might work that a bit, see if I can maybe get that figured out before I hit a dedicated hamstring movement. But yeah, okay. So we're going to some calves. I got pretty much tired of the Smith machine. So we're gonna do some seated calf raises here. Uh well we just got the plate loaded on here first. So yeah, let's basically get this going. 45. I um you know, I do know that. I prefer to hit my calves in a standing position, straight leg position. I think it's just better overall to do. But yeah, you gotta take what you gotta take sometimes. And um, what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta listen to your body. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta just listen to it and whatever is convenient for you to hit. Sometimes you just gotta do that. Okay. So here we go. We got this second set going. Uh I'm feeling a little tight. Okay. I thought I stretched the right way. Obviously, I didn't. I'm gonna have to stretch before I leave. Um, my ankle's flying up a bit. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Ankle, like, brain was flaring up. But oh well. All right, all right, all right. That was a good lift. That'd be a lift. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. We got a little quad to do now. We're just gonna start off with the 170 mark. Pretty much for each squad. We're gonna start off with 170. Um, then basically just try to lift as heavy as we feel comfortable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Mm, yeah. Oh well. There we go. That's horrible placement. That's horrible. That's horrible. Oh, no, you bump. Yeah. Let's go back in. All right. Hit it for 8. Pretty nice. All right. We're low key just gonna hope whatever I'm doing looks pretty decent on the camera. So we got pretty decent pump here, I'd say. Leg pump. Got some size to it. Maybe turn to the side. Shit. A bit of size. I gotta cut it back out. Gotta get the cut back in here. But other than that, looking pretty all right. Let's try to maybe take off the hat here. Ooh, hat hair is going crazy. Let's maybe see a little bit into the cut. A little bit with those still. I was saying. Look, I'm still looking a little wide. A little bit more wide than I would like. But hmm, not bad overall at the end of the day.
Alrighty. We're heading home now from the gym. So, you know, just want to reflect a bit. I think today was one of those basic personifications of, you just didn't want to do it. So you had to squeeze something out of it. And, that's really what I just try to do. At least if I can't get anything out of it, is try to get something out of it. It's the journey. It's the journey. As I'm lifting, again, I'm getting back into it. Like, again, for real. I'm learning more that, it's probably better for me to fall in love with this journey. Fall in love with the journey of getting back to being just pretty much about as damn lean as I was the last time. Last summer. Getting down to the 150, you know what I'm saying, sub 15% body fat range. That is just really just what I want to be at. Ideally is what I want to get back to. But I want to get back to that, you know what I'm saying, body fat percentage, but maybe a 155 this time, or maybe do I try to push it a bit further, and maybe instead of being the 150, I get down to 140, but it comes down to me just being like locked in on the cut. And I'm locked in a bit on my my calories, as I, now I'm gonna shift focus to the macros now, and maybe set some macro goals for myself on what I want to do. And I think I'll be more successful this time around. My knowledge in everything has grown immensely since last year, and I don't know, tomorrow it's gonna be a back day. Today was a leg day. I had to force myself to hit this leg day. After I stretched, I could feel I was tight. I can feel a shower plus stretching, maybe a massage from the lady incoming as soon as I touch base at the crib. But I gotta find lifts, exercises, movements that make me fall in love with those days, the way that specific machine that allows me to T-bar row really, really good at that Mishawaka Fit Stop makes me feel. I gotta find that leg day movement that makes me feel like that. I gotta find that chest day movement that makes me feel like that. And I think I have. I always would hit the incline Smith, and I liked it. It was tried, tested. I loved it. It gave me results that I absolutely loved. But I'm thinking, and I've been debating it a bit. I've always debated this, but I'm thinking I might switch my incline movement to an incline dumbbell press, because I think that might be low key the thing that gets me to enjoy it again, because there's nothing better than progressing dumbbells. There's nothing better in my mind than progressing a dumbbell constantly. You know what I'm saying? Or consistently. Not constantly, but consistently, always moving a dumbbell consistently like that. And the back movement, I want to be able to do a muscle up eventually. And I think I was pretty damn close the last time I was hitting everything consistently, hitting everything multiple times a week like I was. And I gotta get my schedule situated. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's I start going in the morning or I commit to this nighttime stuff. And this nighttime stuff's gonna make it pretty much a little bit harder on me with my morning classes. I got a class at 11:30 every single day. Monday, well, not every single day, but Monday through Thursday, I have a class 11:30, which not that early. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not that early, except for the fact that I have a 40 to 35 minute-ish drive, so I got to get ready, and I shower every morning, so I got to allocate some extra time there. I wake up at about 9 o'clock every day, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all, but it is bad in this case when it's like 2:30 in the morning. I gotta be up at 9. I might not even get home until closer to 3 o'clock than you know what I'm saying, 2:30. So sometimes you gotta find your you gotta pick your poison in a way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sort of pick the sword that's gonna hurt you, but I just pretty much gotta figure that out. I got a class, at 11:30, and then, a couple of days I got classes later on in the day, and then, I work later on in the day, and, that's the difficult part. That's the difficult part. The easy part in my mind, which is normally the other way around for people, is what I've noticed is it's easy for them to go to the gym, but it's hard for them to diet. But on my case, I'm able to kind of stay where I want to be because I'm able to diet, and I kind of shift the diet a bit if I'm not going to the gym. I'll take away some calories there, or even if I can't get to the gym, can't allocate time for the gym, I always make sure I'm up and moving. I'm up and walking around, that kind of stuff. But I can stay consistent with my food. I can stay consistent with the diet because it makes me feel better. Instantly, it makes me feel better. Instantly, I'm bloating, that kind of stuff. And I really like that. I really like that a lot, So, that kind of thing. But, the gym, staying in the gym consistently is hard. It was hard for me to do when I was away at Ball State in college because there was just no gym that was open that late, as late as I would have needed it to be open when I would leave work at 10 o'clock and just go. There was no gym that would be open that late. And that's sort of where the issues began, where I had this consistency of going to the gym every single day in July and in August, mainly August, but halfway through July, I kind of fell off with that, just mainly because there was just no option, and that's tough there. But I think I'm just gonna focus on getting home, maybe a little swiftly, but legally. And I'm gonna, pretty much just try to energize up for what should be a sick and gnarly back day tomorrow, incoming that.